Today, after a couple of ideas stated, we want to make a video. So at first, this is something of, but not it. It's not that, but it could be. And it is stated that we don't believe in you, meaning of what is. What is, I believe something, but not you in it, of my own self. And we speak for each other, meaning I speak her words, even though I speak my language. She can invite me, meaning she can frighten her idea into my spirit, but then my voice is still my male sort of voice with a female ascension, meaning she basically makes the tone around my voice that is hers, and my voice is still cutting through that idea of time at that moment. So, what is an artifact? Well, what's the Bible? The artifact. What is an artifact? Well, an artifact is something that factualizes the prototype of what the circumstances are accumulating to the idea of history by the parenting of invokery. Meaning, you imprenting, the word would mean that you cause a patent by invoking a view of wire. Second word, would mean that invoking is the correct word. Means that you by this personalize, which is very obvious, what you want to conjure up from that patent by the hypothetical part of that. But only if you go wrong. What it usually would mean is that you channel an idea or something of the sort through this work of process by the first word explained. This is also why the Bible is an artifact. So what is an artifact? Well, an artifact causes up a prototype. It arranges ideas and foundations to knowledge-wise, non-existent circumstance to correlate into a prototype that then is the artifact, because the prototypes come forth from that. And that's why the Bible is an artifact. If you view the Bible, it has these nice metaphors about putting in front of God. Well, God can then be many, many faces, but only one being, the artifact. If the lamp of God is in the artifactual idea, you understand why it can be from a God. That's why also Bible work would do, and Bible scripture reading and Bible whatever you want to do with it. You can even sort of put Bibles next to each other and circle them around to view where the passages light up to your mind, for example. It would work. That would be the explanation why that would work. But it's all theology that I don't particularly, and at all, we are not interested in. But what is the artifact? Why is the Bible the artifact, or an artifact, not the artifact? That can be a discussion, but I don't believe in the Bible. That's rational. So basically, the Bible is an artifact because it prototypes the circumcised, but not circumcised like a meaning circumcised, but not from come, meaning circumstance, meaning foundation to state it in chance what is too viable. Thus, the Bible is an artifact because it founds itself upon the stabled table, like written in a passage of John, I believe, that is laid upon by the believers in the direction that the absence of a God had given, meaning the rebellion of Satan. Thus, it's not a weapon of war by the saint of anything that is of good. Thus, the Bible is an artifact because if you view the passage that Sodom and Gomorrah were needed to go down to raise up the flood of Noah, you understand why the table in front of God is full. It has all the prototypes in it. Sodom and Gomorrah went down, a flood appeared, and a new genetic idea was imprinted on the variations that are brought forth from the archetype. Better said, the artifact. Because that's not an archetype. An archetype is something different. But it can be viewed as such if the prototype has success. That is from the ideas that are in circulating the artifact. Meaning, in simple theologized words, but I don't believe in that. Or you. Because you do need to be very careful when it comes to these topics and how you interact with such ideas and knowledge, and don't call it wisdom. It's the same type of knowledge, but not really knowledge. If the Bible holds true in the case that the verses of Azael, no matter what they are, actually calculate to the birth of Jesus, but him as the maker and founder of what is the story that encompasses it, even if it's wrong, then the Bible holds true that Azazel is the angels of all angels in all cases, even at the end. He is then still the leading angel in the hierarchy of what is brought forth from that book. Thus, the artifact has always in success to something, knowing that it will bring forth a full table by the rebel of Satan to good. That's why the sinners are needed to be forgiven by a Jesus, but not Jesus particularly. He can be the Son of God, but not must be the Son of God, unless he's the Son of God that was selected by the God who wants to slaughter him. No. His wife, of course, is the metaphor for his wife, of that person, not a particular wife, meaning not someone that is particularly respected or incited or insulted. Thus, the Bible is an artifact by the not that idea. The simplest idea is that the verse of frames, meaning the frames that are brought forth by the words of Azazel, are thrown down in beneath the pits of fire to lay around the lake and wait for it to appear, whatever is brought forth from it. Thus, the ideas of the artifact were imprinted onto Azazel by the creation of the angels because they cannot get the imprint of God from their name. The mark of the beast is what is encompassing what is brought by the prototypes to the artifact back. For that is, the Bible is the definition of one verse in many views variations to conclaim or claim, meaning conquer, no claim, or claim that the verse is the word. Thus, the rebellion of the angel is starting the process of the fall of the verses, and for that, all of verses, meaning all of word, will always be a verse if it's thrown next to the fiery pit of lakes of fire. Thus, the artifact brought forth new prototypes by the imprint on itself to be incompleted, but by process.